What's poppin' and crackin'?
What's poppin' and crackin', everybody? Hey, how is everyone doing? Alright.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's
Yes.
up? Alright, we shall wait. Alright, for things to come.
Oh
For
my
people
gosh.
to
There's
come.
people in chat right now. What's up,
Yeah.
everyone?
It's cool,
Hello,
it's
hello,
cool.
hello.
Hello, how's everyone doing? Hi, Angela. How are you? Alright.
I hope you guys are enjoying this new setup.
As you can see, we are chilling. It's a different setup right
Yeah.
now. It's a
Home
Why?
based, home based.
home base. Home base. Jared Torres is here.
Whoa, Jared's here is crazy. Sheesh.
Guys, we are fortunate to be blessed by the presence of Mr. Jared Torres.
No, just not just Jared Torres. Gerald
Gerald
Millionario. Yes, let's go.
That's my
Sheesh.
boy right there. Right, that's my boy right there. Okay, what? Okay, we have to rate. Alright, we have to rate the setup. How is the setup? Alright, from a scale of 1 to 10, how are we rating the setup? What's going on, people?
I'm gonna give it a rating.
Okay, okay.
I would say 10. Why?
10. Why?
Because we're both college students.
Uh huh. Yes, yes.
So we have the iconic hydro flask, you know.
Oh, but you know what? When we got our hydro flask, it's not hydro flask.
It's aqua flask. Yeah, yes.
But
yes.
when we got our hydro flask, we were wondering like, and then we were like, they gave they call this thing
Boot.
just leave, yeah,
The boot.
And then we were wondering like, I kept looking at my thing. It looks very familiar.
I don't know. I don't see what you're saying.
Come on.
I don't see it.
You know when I upon hard observation, right?
Oh wow.
Upon hard
Very articulate
observation,
with your words.
it's the Hulk.
Oh, now I see it. I see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
You see it?
I hope
Look
you
at
guys
this
see
thing.
it. I hope you
Like,
guys
look
see
at
it.
this thing.
I
Like,
see
it's
it now.
purple boots, and then it's
Ah.
green, and then you have black hair. Like I was like looking at it, like I was even playing Valorant, and then I was like, it was beside, it was on my desk, and then I'm like, this thing looks very familiar in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like this has to be something. and then later on, I was like mid gameplay, and I'm like, oh, it's the Hulk. But anyways, okay, it is, you know, we do have a different setup.
Yes.
Right? We are holding our mics. We are
Oh, you. Can you do a mic check?
mic check.
Mic
right?
check. So
Hello,
what
hello.
is your mic?
I don't know. This is not my mic. But apparently the brand is Telefunken.
Whoa, Telefunken. I've heard like good stuff about Telefunken.
I don't know. MIP? MAT.
No, the MAT.
Telefunken
I hope-
MAT.
I hope the
Let's see
sound
the
quality
color,
of the. I like the color as well, actually.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
What about yours? What's
I'm
your
kind of rocking an Audio Technica.
Audio
Something.
Anyways, alright. It is so good that you guys are able to join us. Alright. It's so good that you're able to join us. It is September 21st.
Mhm.
So it is, do you remember? 21st night of September. Alright. We are having, it is, it's Gucci. Alright, it's amazing. Alright, we have to, you remember, 21st night of September. Dude, hi Juliana, what's up? Alright, what's up, Arlene? It is evening. Alright, good evening.
Yes.
to you.
Good evening.
Me and my friends, we plan to go out
Mhm.
today. Alright,
Today?
but we were all tired, so we did not tuloy. We were all supposed to go out dressed on 80s clothes.
Oh.
Because it was, do you remember?
Yeah.
21st night of
Mhm.
September.
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah, we were supposed to go out. We're like, it's a cool thing to do. Let's go out and then let's dress up like 80s clothes.
Oh. I don't even.
That would have been a sight to see,
I actually don't even have anything. that resemble
it's true
80s.
too. Like when I thought about it, I was like, I do not have any clothes appropriate.
Yes,
for
all my
that one.
clothes are
Black shirt.
black.
Black
Some
shirt,
black,
black pants.
empty plain shirts. You know, the ones I
True.
wear empty
That's
plain.
true. We
And I
don't
just-
got no colorful clothes.
Yes, we're very plain.
Yeah. So we're like, should we still do it? And they were like, nah, we're all tired, so let's not do it. But anyways, how is everyone doing? Alright, just open Grandma's Closet, 80s vibes. That's true. The smell too is 80s vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this mothballs.
Yeah, you got mothballs smelling and all that stuff. Alright, what's up, Mogan? How are you? Alright, it's good to see you, my boy. Alright, it's good to it's good to have everyone here. Right? It's good to have
That's true.
everyone here. It's amazing. It's an amazing time. Anyways, all right, we're still doing the same topic. Oh, by the way, we forgot to say
Oh,
congratulations.
congratulations to Kenneth Avisado if
Kenneth
you're here.
Avisado.
To the winner
I
of
believe
our
you guys-
giveaway.
Yeah, to the winner of our giveaway. I believe you guys have seen the posts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he
Sheesh.
has one. I believe he's enjoying every minute of hearing that keyboard.
Yeah,
clank.
yeah.
All right, it is crispy.
Honestly, I would say that keyboard is like one of my
Best made.
I would say not really best made, but I would say best sounding.
Best sounding. Right?
Yes. When it comes to like the thought.
Yeah.
The thought. Ooh. That one's,
it
like,
does
really
sound
deep.
crispy. Yeah.
Mhm.
It does sound crisp. Anyways, all right. Yes, he has one. Again, we congratulate you, Mr. Kenneth.
Yep.
All right. I hope you're enjoying your keyboard each time you got to play Valorant.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But yes, again, we encourage you guys, right, to join. We encourage you to be able to participate because you'll never know when you might get the chance to win one, right?
Yeah.
You'll never know when the next
Whatever giveaway or something.
yeah, whatever giveaway is next, right?
Mhm.
I believe there are special things coming into play for that.
That's true.
Let's see. Are we planning the next giveaway anytime soon? Oh, we don't know. We can never know.
You can never tell.
We can never tell as well.
Only
Right?
kids can tell.
That's true. That is juicy. No, but really. So you'll never know. We can never know too. So yeah, just stay in tune always.
Mhm.
You'll never know when the next giveaway is coming. Also, another thing to point out is it is the bear month, so
Mhm.
anything can happen.
So Merry
Alright.
Christmas
Yes,
advance.
Merry Christmas in advance. Alright, but yes, anything can happen in advance. It's the bear months, anyways. So yeah, always stay in tune. We advise that you guys you guys be able to watch. You guys be able to always be updated with whatever
Mhm.
Things we have in store, with things we have in play for you guys. I believe that it's gonna be coolio.
Yes.
It's gonna be coolio. But anyways, alright, we are going to continue our topic of empowering the next generation.
Okay.
All right, and last time we did have our thoughts about having the younger generation empower us.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
We had the older people.
And
Right?
then
The first one
yes,
was the
the
older
first
people.
one.
All right, next one is
the young
the
ones.
younger ones empowering us.
Mhm.
Now, I think it's gonna be mostly about us empowering the next, like us, our current generation.
Right.
Right, our present generation empowering the next. All right, so I'll read the passage real quick. All right, it's in Exodus 3, verse 15. All right, it says here, God also said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, the Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, the name you shall call me from generation to generation." All right, God bless you, Lord, in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Man, all right, it's cool stuff. All right, hi. All right,
What's up?
I'm not sure if that's. I cannot.
Antonio
Yeah.
Villigara.
Yes. All right. Hi.
What's
What's
up?
up? What's up? What's up?
What's
All right.
up?
So this I believe this is a very common passage when you think about the story of Moses. So this is Moses' beginning.
Mm.
Right. The beginning.
Yes.
All right. Him. It is him. And I think what's some keynotes to have that or that we could use as basis or or reference in a way are the stories, these stories. So you have the story of Moses and Joshua, which is in Exodus 33.
Yes.
All right, you have Samuel and David. All right, Samuel the prophet, choosing David as king. All right, you have Elijah and Elisha. All right? And I think what's always amazing about the next, passing the torch to the next generation. I think what's always so surreal, what's always so beautiful about it is, how trying it can become sometimes.
That's true.
Right, because you'll never like when you see the story of like Joshua and Moses. I believe like Joshua has been a close hand to Moses for a very long time, even before being selected.
Almost,
Right.
it's like as if it's the right hand.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah,
right hand.
because like he always stood up for Moses. Right, I believe that. And as he was also sent as a spy, right, to spy the land, the promised land.
True.
All right, it's funny. Each time I hear the story of Joshua and fighting the giants, right? They are yeah. When you enter, when you do like read the passage, right? They are they compare themselves as grasshoppers to these guys. These guys are
Yes.
huge. They must be very, very huge. All right,
Grasshoppers could like.
because the biggest grasshopper I've seen
Yeah, they're
is probably like this.
Yeah, almost
That's
like-
the biggest.
like 5 inches.
Yeah, that is the biggest, and it was
Yeah.
not even green at that point. It was like pinkish red already.
Oh yeah, usually those
the
sizes
bigger
are
ones.
like-
Yeah, they do not have the same color as the smaller ones.
Yeah, they're not like the greens.
Yeah, they're
or
not
the
the green
browns.
ones. So I was like when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's the biggest. And for you to compare yourself to as a human being, for you to compare yourself as that small to someone who's probably very, very big. You know what I always imagine? I'm not gonna lie.
What?
You're not Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, that's
When you think about
it's the
it,
same thing because like a grasshopper that size and they grab
Yeah,
you. Yes, that's
yes,
true. That's
right?
Attack on Titan.
yes.
The
So like,
references actually are kind of like that as well because like
Uh-huh.
if you look at it,
yeah,
but it's
true.
the opposite.
Yes.
It's
in
like
a weird
it's
way.
in the weird way it's opposite where
Uh-huh.
the Titans
yeah, have
are
the
out.
wall, yes.
No, the Titans are separated from the
from
walls.
the walls. That's
And then-
true. Yeah, that is true. It is funny when each time I get to read read the passage that goes from
Mhm.
Joshua's story. All right, I always imagine that like, how do you think they got to win fights over giants? Like it's impossible that they have
The glide
yeah, the
thing
glide
things, and then
thing,
the
right?
blades.
Yeah, like it's crazy when you think about it, right? Like their weak points, their neck too, like.
Or their own special giants
yeah,
as well.
like
It's-
it's crazy.
Wait. So
You got
so it's-
some-
So it's like
You got
it's,
some shifters around.
yeah. So are those always Goliath the shifter
Yeah.
because like because like
Yeah,
it's the one of the first
yeah,
named ones.
Like I swear though, when you think about it, it is close.
yeah,
Right? When you check the story out, like, oh,
to replace their forehead.
all right, like it's insane. It's insane. But anyways, right? Anyways, you see, back when Joshua was selected, right? The word was, Moses, my servant, is dead. All right, and now he is to take. And I think what's always crazy about that, or what's always amazing about that is, you see how when God like chooses the next generation,
Mm-hmm.
right? When God chooses the people, the next set of people, it's always as if he's sure. It's not as if he is sure that this person will do something, right? He
Yes.
is sure that this person will pave the way for the next as well, and something like that. Because, right, for you to leave the next,
Mm-hmm.
for you to leave the next, the next set of leader
Yeah.
without even like of course, for sure, like along the way, Moses has guided Joshua for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But God is so sure that that okay, Moses is dead, is
It's
dying.
dying.
And Moses is dead. Now it's Joshua's turn. Like he is very certain that Joshua will do something, even without the supervision of what do you call this, of Moses.
Yeah.
Right? Like God is God selected him, and he's very sure that okay, is died. Yes.
It's died
And,
dead.
he is sure that okay, this person, my servant, right, will, he will. He's it's very certain, right? And then I think we it is a good thing to note that even us, as you know, as believers, as people, right?
Mm-hmm.
When God chooses us, He is sure, right? He is sure that
That's true.
we are going to, it's not because of anything else, but He just like He knows, because I believe, right? God knows us, right? Even before we
Mhm.
were born,
That's
He
true.
already, He has already destined us. He has already put, called us, right? And I think it's amazing to think that even before, right, Moses died, when God knew that, oh, my servant Joshua will, all right, continue.
Yeah.
And, I think it's a cool thing to know that us, all right, even to the next, set of believers, when God lets you meet someone in your life, and speaks to you about this person carrying on,
Mm-hmm.
the next, all right, I think it's amazing to note that, yes, all right, it's amazing to know that, oh yes, someone is, this person will, right?
Yes.
And it's crazy, right? It's a cool thing too. It's a crazy thing that, it's amazing that, God, selects His people with so much sureness, right? Because, like, when you think about it, He could have selected anyone.
Yeah. Anyone from.
Yeah, from, there's a million Israelites, right? Back then, he could have selected, the siblings of Moses, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Because usually that's how it goes. They would, select the,
Anyone closer
yeah,
or
closer,
anyone.
right? But, like, it's crazy how even in the current, right? When you think about, us as people, who serve God, right? Could have been anyone, all right?
Yeah, that's true.
It could have been people who have been to the church for the longest of time. It could have been someone who's been in the church for the longest of time. It could have been someone who is, who prays more, 10 times more than we do, right? It could have been
Yes.
someone who worships very, um,
Extravagantly.
extravagantly, like it's, and when you see them, like, oh, this guy's a man of God, and or a woman of God, like when you see them, right? It could be anyone, really,
Yeah.
right? It could be like it could have been, for it could have been, anyone, really, right? It could have been anyone, but when God selects, right, when God chooses, it's sure,
Yeah.
right? It is, it is certain. Same goes with, like story of Samuel and David, right? Samuel even doubted.
Yeah, that's true.
When he, when God, asked, him to anoint, one of the sons of Jesse, right? He was even uncertain, right? Like when he saw the older sons, and he's like, oh, this one. The God's like, no, right? God, no. And then you see how certain, God is with His selection.
Yeah.
Right? I want us to remember that, like, us as chosen individuals, or as chosen, people, all right, as the Bible says, a holy nation, all right, as us as chosen people, it's an amazing way to remind ourselves that God was certain when He selected you. God is certain when He selected you.
Yeah,
He
that's right.
selected you at that moment, at that point of time in your life. He was very, very certain about choosing you, right? Not anyone else, not someone who's older than you, because people would always check someone who's older, someone
Yeah,
who,
that's true.
who's been in the church for what, 10 years,
Someone more with
15 years,
experience.
20 years, all right, 25 years. You're, people who have been to church for 30 years, all right? Could have been anyone. It could have been people who's who's deeply involved, and who participates in all of the activities of, the church, right? It could really be anyone, but it's amazing that it's cool to remind ourselves that when God selected us, He selected us, and He was very sure about us. All right, people would vote otherwise.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Look at this person. Oh,
Look
he
at his
seems
teeth.
very lazy. Right? Look at this person. Oh, he seems very lazy. I don't think he's fit for God's ministry. Right? Look at him. He doesn't even think. I don't even think he can. He can speak. Right? Look at him. He doesn't even look the part. Like
Look at him. He
right?
can't even play the right chords.
He can't. Right? Like, look at this man. Right? He can't even. He can't even do anything. Like, look, do you see how lazy he moves? Right? You know, yeah, like, you know, us as people, we couldn't judge. Right? We couldn't judge it because, you know, when we see what God, God delivers, you know, the right, you know, the people that, you know, is to take on the next, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's telling us that, oh, I'm certain about this person.
That's true.
Right? I am certain about this person. Us as human beings, since we, you know, as in the Bible says, like, his thoughts are higher than our thoughts.
Mm.
That being said, you know, there are some things we won't be able to understand. Like, God, why this person?
Yeah, we can comprehend.
We can't comprehend. Like, when God might, you know, let you meet someone in your life, like, God, why this person? Why this
Why?
person out of all the people that is available in the world?
Yes, yes.
Why did it have to be this person, right? And you're very uncertain about it too. Like, God, are you sure? Hey, like, God, I think this is wrong. Seems like a false, you know. I think you chose him under false pretense. Right? Like, are you sure, God? Right?
You sure?
Are you sure? Like, doesn't seem right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Right? You can look again. Right? You can look again. Right? Are you sure it's not that person? That person looks fit for your ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can go like, ooh, that person looks amazing for the ministry. Right? I
Mm-hmm.
was like, no.
No, you
No, right? No.
choose that person.
When God chooses the next, you know, the person, right? Next generation of people, he is certain about that. I want us to remember that tonight, like, understanding this, like, oh, you're chosen for a reason. The next generation is also chosen for a reason. And, you know, God is certain about choosing them.
Well,
Right.
what I've noticed about like God's chosen people
Mhm.
is that no matter how much you try to stray,
Yeah.
stray
Strip them
away,
away.
yeah, stray away from
The calling.
from the calling or like being chosen,
Mm-hmm.
there's always gonna be some way you're gonna be
that's
put
true,
back.
Put back.
Yeah.
That's you know what's funny. That's what's funny. I think about it too is like, dread it, run from it.
yeah,
Right? Destiny still arrives.
yeah. That's
Right?
the
Like,
thing.
It's amazing to think how much, you know, times people could have run away from their calling. Alright? It's insane to think that, you know, you could run from your calling. You think you could run. It's not, you can't run from it. Right? It's still coming, right? It still comes to you. It still finds you.
Yes,
Right? It finds you where you're at. You know,
it's like the story of Jonah.
yeah. You know, when you're lost, there are times, you know, when you're lost in your path, alright, and of life,
Mm-hmm.
alright. It's crazy to think how you don't find life, life finds you,
Oh yes, yes, yes.
right?
It's like you don't you don't choose.
Yeah, like, you
it
don't-
chooses you.
Yeah, it chooses you. Like, it's crazy to think that. Like, when you see it, like, huh, I did not like do anything
Mm-hmm.
to choose this life, right? I did not like actively decide to choose
Yes.
this life. Somehow, this life chose me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, when we see it that way, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. It's like, it's insane. And but he wants us to remember that, you know, even to the next generation, all right? Even to the next generation, the next, you know, set of people, the next, you know, yeah, the next set of people, we may never be able, we can't judge them.
That's
right?
true.
Because if God chooses them, then he is, it's a certain, you know,
Yes.
he's certain about it. It's not because, you know, because some may fake the calling,
Oh yes.
right? You know, force themselves into the calling,
Yeah, there's that.
but it's not really their calling,
Mm.
right? You may force yourself into it, and, you know, think to yourself, like, convince yourself, right, that, oh, it is my calling, it is my calling,
Mm.
right? But it's not,
Yeah.
right? Because if God's calling is certain, alright, then what you're doing is, you know, entirely the opposite, then there's something wrong.
Mm.
Right? There's something wrong with it. Same goes with, you know, Elijah and Elisha, right? When Elisha was called on to, you know, to to continue, Elijah's work. All right. Elisha saw Elijah, ride chariots on the way to heaven, right? And
Oh,
when you
yeah.
think about it, it's crazy. Like, I think if I was Elisha, it's like modern day Elisha, and I saw that, I was like, that is unbelievable.
Yes, that's.
I think I would like I think I would just like my jaw would literally drop.
I would probably like is this tweet?
Yeah, like
I probably like tweet this out. Wait, guys.
like, did you and like if someone was like, did you see that? Like, did you see that? Like, you see that? It's not only me, right? Like, it's not only me.
No, if it's modern, dude. you,
Like, yeah.
you probably have a phone up and like recording, and then you go
No
viral.
wonder why, alright? No wonder why it doesn't happen in this day and age.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
I think if it was in this day, God, wait.
Yeah, that's the thing. If usually all the crazy stuff happens when your phone
Oh,
or
yeah.
no one's able to
No one's-
record it.
That's true. God, wait lang. Wait, give me a moment. Give me a moment. It has to be.
It's loading. It's
wait,
loading. Wait.
It has to be the right angle. Wait, let me landscape. it
Oh
real
wait. The
quick.
lighting is terrible. God, wait.
Let me landscape it. real
No.
quick. Right? And when you get to see, that it's crazy. Right? It's insane to think of, right? And I think like us as the next generation, us as although we are very young, right? We
Yeah.
are, it is also, in our calling to, to help the next, find their path to,
Yes.
to life and path to Jesus. All right. And it is no matter to like no matter who they are, no matter what they have done, if God has called them, God has called them, period.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No, there's no like you
Amen.
cannot change anything. All right. You cannot redirect it.
Yeah.
All right. It's a fixed direction, and all you have to do is follow it. No matter how much you try to redirect it, God's gonna let you go back there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? God is gonna call you there, and it's no matter what anyone can say too. Alright? If someone says otherwise, alright? Like we have a friend, Christian has a friend, each time we get to play. Alright, this one's sure win, this one's sure win. If we lose, deny it. It's cheat, it has, it's rigged, it's cheated. Alright? But when you think about it, and like, it is certain, right? Whatever happens, it's certain.
Oh yeah.
Whatever God allows things to be, it is certain. It's not because it's not because your dad's a pastor. It's not because your mom's a pastor. It's not because you were in the church since you were a baby, a kid.
Yeah.
Right? It's not because of anything really. It's not
Mhm.
because it's not because someone has someone older tells you, oh, you can't do this. No, it's not because of that. Because when God calls you, it's certain, right?
Mhm.
And I think that the next for us as as youth as well, all right, it's hard. I'm not sure, right, if you see this way, but do you think it's hard to find like the next generation of people? Right. Well, it's not. Of course, it's not you who's gonna find, but God will, let introduce you to someone for sure. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
like show someone to you and like, oh, this one, right? But it's crazy how, with how the generations have come by and have flowed. It's crazy how sometimes we tend to not see, right, clearly, because oh, this generation is bad, this generation is
Oh yeah.
is this generation is crazy, this generation is too
They're built
much
different.
yeah, so they're built different, they're too much into the social media, right? They're too much invested on their social life and not their spiritual life, or not their
Yeah, there's that.
anything, right? The passage in the Bible, which is good, says here in Mark 4:31-32, it says, it's like a mustard seed, right, which is the smallest of all seeds on earth, right? If you guys have ever seen
Oh yeah,
one,
I've seen one.
it
It's
is
really
very
tiny.
tiny. It's literally like when you put the period and you're like you're making a sentence, you put a period. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the size. All right.
Could be mistaken as a mole if it's on the
Yeah,
skin.
it is very small. Like, yet when planted, it grows and becomes the largest of all garden plants, with such big branches that the birds can perch in its shade.
Mm.
All right, and I think that when we see life, all right, like this, you might say to yourself, God, why this person literally has zero potential,
Ooh.
right? Zero potential. Have you ever, played the game of 2K?
2K20 or
Yeah, any 2K. So basically, like there are a thing called college scouts, right? And what college scouts do is they mostly in your freshman year,
Uh-huh.
right? They would look around to see people on student week. They would look around to see people, all right, who could join the varsity team.
Oh.
So those are what coaches do when they scout, all right? And when they scout you, all right, they're gonna talk to you. They're gonna approach you like,
Mhm.
hey, you seem like to have a fit physique. Do you play, let's say, basketball? Do you play basketball? And then you go like, yes I do. Right? Yes I do. Yeah. Sure, you wanna try out? Right? Something like that. Right? That's
Mhm.
that's what scouts do. And when you're a scout, all right, when you're a scout, college scout, you have to look for the best fit
Oh yeah.
as possible because they're gonna represent your team.
Yeah.
Right? They're
Can't
gonna
can't go all lumpy.
yeah, you can't, have a skinny guy who's lazy to run,
Mhm.
who does not want doesn't want to run, doesn't want to jump, doesn't want to get all physical when playing
They
basketball.
just you guys just like just pass me the ball.
Yeah, like you can't have that, right? The scouts cannot have that, right? The college scouts cannot have that kind of person in their team.
Yeah.
And basketball is a competitive, it's a physical sport,
Mm.
right? So you cannot have those running around, right? Those kinds of people running around,
It's true.
all right? But when God chooses, sometimes it's not the 6 foot, 6'8" who's very athletic, all right, who has the best physique. He sometimes, or even most of the time, God would choose the one who hates cardio. God would choose the one who's lumpy. God would choose someone who doesn't like to even hold a basketball,
That's true.
right? When God chooses, right, sometimes it could be the weirdest decision you could see.
The
right? When you're-
unthinkable.
Yeah, the unthinkable. Like, God, you did not choose that person to join the basketball team, right? It's crazy, right? You would say like, God, are you sure? This person doesn't seem fit.
And he gets elected as team captain.
Yeah, you'd go like, and he's even selected as team captain, right? You're like, "God, are you serious?"
Oh, out of all roles, he had to be
Yeah,
team
like
captain.
out of all roles.
Why not just a bench warmer?
Yeah, like I'd appreciate him sitting on bench, right?
Mm-hmm.
But him on starting point too. Starting point as the captain. Right? It's insane.
That's true.
It's insane. It's insane. It's crazy.
We'd go mad.
But God chooses them sometimes.
Mm.
Right? God does choose them. God chooses the unfit most of the time.
The unworthy.
The unworthy most of the time. And again, as we said earlier, God is certain when He chooses those kind of people.
Yes.
Same way He was certain when He chose you, right? Same way that He was certain when He chose me. Same way He was, same way He was certain when He saw you walking around, right? First day at church, right? You don't know what to do. You don't know
What
what
is
you're
this?
doing.
What is all this?
What's all this, right? What's going on here?
Yo.
Right? God is certain, right? God is certain when He chooses you, right? But you're like, why me?
Mm.
Right? Why me? That's I think that is a big question that is resonating with a lot
Yeah, that's true.
of younger people.
Why?
when-
That's like one of the biggest choice,
Yeah.
biggest questions
Uh-huh.
in life.
Like when something happens even to like their lives or our lives, they're like, God, why me? Why'd I have to experience that?
Like, of all the thing is, of all the people,
I know there's 7 billion. We're not nearing 8 yet, right? We're still like 7 billion.
it's okay. It's a catch.
Yeah. Right?
Uh,
But like it's around almost 7 billion.
Usually 7
people.
billion. Yeah.
Right? Why did it have to be me?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Why'd I have to be the one to meet this person? Why'd I have to be the one to suffer this thing? Why'd I have to want to, experience this accident? Or why'd I have to be in this incident? Why'd I have to be the one in this family? Right? When you think about it, like, God, why did it have to be me?
Mm-hmm.
Right? God, why did it have to be me? Right? And it's crazy when you is that wait, give us a second. Someone commented. Wait, I have to read. Is that the same place where you also recorded most should happen videos? This is a different place.
This is a
hold
new.
on.
This is a new.
It is. I'm glad you noticed, right? I
Yeah.
am glad you noticed.
New setup.
It's a new setup for sure. It's a different location too. Alright? Alright? So I just had to stop because I was like, he's intrigued. Right? He's intrigued.
Yes.
He is
Welcome.
intrigued.
Welcome.
Right? But yes, alright? It is, when, again, as we said, when God chooses it, He is very certain.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's like a mustard seed. Like when you might see to them as, with a very, very, very small amounts of potential. Like, really,
Insignificant.
yeah, insignificant amount of potential. But then God chooses them,
That's true.
right? Right? And you're like, God, why? Why them? Right? Why them?
Whoa.
Why this person? And God would show you why.
Oh yes,
Right?
there's that one. The
God
big reveal.
would show you why. Right? And I think in our lives, it's one good, an amazing thing to know is that, God selects, people you might or don't even know or selectable,
Mm.
right? You may not even know them, right? And it's funny too how, again, how God finds us in life, whichever point that is, whether we're at the mountaintops of life,
Mm.
right, the highs and highs of life,
Or in the
we're
plains.
we're in the
Lows
the
plains.
lows of life, right? Or even in the plateaus of life. I think that is
Low.
where I think
No.
I've been like thinking a lot. I think that's what will hurt me a lot is when I find myself stuck.
You know,
When there's no progress at all, when there's
Oh.
nothing, right, that is moving. Right? I think when you're in the plateau of life, as you're just going straight, nothing's
Mhm.
nothing's up, nothing's down. I think it's better to have something down than stay
Yeah, honestly,
stay on a plateau.
just to experience something
Yeah.
rather than like nothing's happening.
The plateau would kill you.
Yeah.
Like when there's
Like-
nothing happening.
You just went up and then suddenly it's just like nothing.
Yeah, like nothing anymore. Like that's but, right? When God finds us there, right? Another incident is like this passage says, in the 6th month of Elizabeth's pregnancy, God sent Angel Gabriel to Nazareth, a town in Galilee, to a virgin pledged to be married to a man named Joseph, a descendant of David. The virgin's name was Mary. Right? The angel went to her and said, "Greetings, you are highly favored. The Lord is with you." When you see people like that, right? Okay, it is, it is mind-boggling, right?
Yes, it's an aqua flask.
Yes. Right, yes, it is an Aquaflask. Right? It's the Hulk. Right? At that time, right, in Luke 1:39-40, at that time, Mary got ready and hurried to a town in the hillside of Judea, right, where she entered Zechariah's home and greeted Elizabeth. When you see those two cousins, right, Elizabeth and Mary, right, unthinkable people. You wouldn't think Elizabeth was, to be married. I know Elizabeth was older.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
She was, older age. All right, a little too old to bear, to bear John.
Mhm.
Alright. But then you have Mary, alright, who is still to be married, alright, is still to be wed.
Yeah.
Alright, and it's crazy how, God finds these people in the most unlikely of circumstances. I think it's also amazing how he finds us in, the most amazing of circumstances. So now that we have like these things that are in our in our brains, or that we have now, right? how do you know how could we act, right? How do we, you know, how do we how are we be how will we be able to impart the next generation of people?
Mm.
Because you know, I think there's so much doubt into God's selection as someone who is, if you're new, if you're someone who's not, you know, really like involved, or you know,
Yes, that's true.
someone
Yeah.
who's like a bit distant to, you know, to everything spiritual, you don't want it, right?
Yeah.
It's sometimes it is very hard to accept that someone, God, you know, God chosen you.
Mm.
You're like,
Wait, what?
hold
What,
on a
me?
second, right? Pause that thought, God.
I was barely here.
Yeah. Like, do you see the people that are in this?
There's that. There's the
There's
guy.
that
that's-
person who
there's
looks
that
very
guy.
fit for your
There-
ministry.
There's the guy.
There's
that's-
that person who worships, you know, crazy.
There's the guy
Right?
that
There's
gives
the
all the
person who
time.
prays a lot. There's that person who gives, you know, I believe
Yes.
gives the boast,
Yes.
right? And I'm just here,
I
right?
just came here.
I just arrived, right? I just arrived,
I stumbled here.
right? It's even by accident I got here, right? But you know, God, why, right? You think about it, right? How do we, you know, get to empower these, you know, next set of people, right? We are, you know, a bit older than the younger generation,
Slightly.
slightly older, right? And how do we get to empower them, right? These people are, you know, these people, not to judge, I do not, you know, but on TikTok, on social media 24/7, playing video games, you're basically like me and him. and
No, no,
everyone
no, not
else.
me. Not me.
And everyone else.
I'm a changed man. What are you talking about? I'm a changed man right here.
But yeah, right? When you think about it, like, how, you know, how do we get to, you know, how do we get to invest on these people? How do, you know, we get to encourage them? It's not just about empowering them, right? But how do we get to encourage them? How do, you know, we tell them that they could be a better versions of
themselves.
How can we tell them that, you know, God has called you to be, you know, better version? God, you know, and God has a plan for them. And it's something,
Yes.
it's something better. It's something, you know, something bigger, something better. It's something that, you know, you have never thought so yourself, right?
Mhm.
And I think, as you know, as fellow youth, right, I think it's one amazing thing to do is to help them understand the calling.
Reach
right?
out.
Yeah, and you know, like, it's crazy to understand, or it's crazy to think that when one is called, most especially when there's no mentor or someone who doesn't never got to teach them, right? Because, like, you know how Jesus taught the disciples,
Oh yes.
right? But it's also a crazy thing to note, right? That although that, right, you know, sometimes there are people out there, there's a younger generation out there who do not know, right, just what to do. And I think what's an amazing thing we can do, as you know, someone who's already been into, you know, the entire thing, is like, you know, help them, encourage them, teach them, you know, teach them about it, alright? Or even just teach them about life, right? You know, teach them about God, alright?
That's right.
I think that, you know, God would call us into different scenarios, different aspects of life. You know, God would, you know, call us to advance into different, really, like, very different aspects of life. And, you know, you wouldn't even understand why. Sorry, I had to drink. But, like, it could be, like, very crazy sometimes. Like, oh, why do you have to, like, bring me in this certain situation, to meet this certain person?
Like sometimes it's also the time like why now?
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, why now? Could have come a lot earlier, right?
Yeah.
Could have come a little bit later too.
That's
right?
true.
I'm kind of in the middle of something, but why did it have to be now,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you can't really do much when God chooses you.
Yeah, that's right.
When God
God's
chooses
timing
you,
is
He
always-
finds you.
It's always unexpected.
Yeah, and you know, He finds you at His perfect time. It's
Mm.
not your perfect time for sure.
It's his perfect
It's
time.
his perfect time. You might think, God, this is not the time at all. Like, I don't want no jokes. Right? I don't want no jokes right now. Right? This is not the perfect time. Right? But when God calls you, he is certain. And I think it's a cool note to remember tonight. When God selects, he is certain, right? When
Yeah, it's
God
not
selects,
wrong.
he's not wrong. He is very much certain about choosing you. Alright? He's very much certain about selecting. He's very much certain that, hey, this person, right? This person, you know, my child, alright? You are chosen, right? And you know, he is very much certain about that. I think that's a beautiful thing to understand. Hey,
Agreed.
we are chosen, and he is certain about us being chosen. Right? God is certain about, you know, choosing you. Right? People may say otherwise.
Yeah.
Alright? People may say otherwise. Alright? And right? You cannot control their thoughts, you cannot control
Yeah, you can't.
their actions, their words.
I mean, that's
They
what
can-
makes it. That's what makes us human.
Yeah, that's what makes us human. They, you know, we we are the, you know, the gifted creation of God that, you know, that can reason, right? And they reason that way, and they go, why them, right? Why this person, right? But when God selects you, alright, it's to whoever you are, to whoever this, you know, this word is going out to. God selects you in a certain and puts you in a certain point in life.
Mm.
You know, lets you meet someone, lets you experience a certain something,
Mhm.
right? It is chosen. It is, you know, it is meant to happen to you. It
That's
is
right.
meant for you. It is meant, you know, it is meant to meet you. The same way it has, you know, the same way it is meant that David is to slay Goliath. The same way that is, you know, that
He used to sit on the throne.
yeah, that, you know, same way that Jesus met the rest of the disciples. The same way that, you know, Adam and Eve happened. The same way Eve was, you know, was gonna eat the fruit, right? It is
Yes.
everything is certain. Alright? Everything is certain in God's eyes. Same thing, you know, with us. Whatever is happening to us, whatever is to happen to us, it is certain. Alright?
Mhm.
You just have to hold on, to, you know, hold on, and, you know, believe that God's plan is for the better. You also, you know, it's to believe that God's plan is, you know, for something good. It's, you know, it's never to harm us. It's never to, you know, to lead us to a different path or lead us astray or anything, right? But as we said earlier, God's plan is certain.
Yes.
You know, we believe that, right, tonight.
Do you believe?
Right? That's, you know, and I think that's where faith comes in. Although this is a different topic already.
Yes, it's a
But I
different
think
topic.
that- I think right, that's where, you know, faith takes its place.
Mhm.
Right? Having faith on something. Right? Faith is again substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. Right? It's funny how evidence in the world's perspective has to be seen.
Yes.
Without
something has to be
without
seen.
it,
There's
right,
no evidence.
there's no evidence.
That's not true. It's
Right?
like
It's
false
not true.
information or something like
It's,
that.
you know, you're falsifying something up, right?
Mhm.
But faith is the evidence of things not seen. Evidence of things not seen. Do you know how counterintuitive those two things
Yes.
are? Do you see how stupid that sounds? When you think about it, God
They're
isn't that stupid,
They're literally the opposites.
right? Isn't that stupid, God? Like, isn't that crazy? I don't think that's, you know, I don't think that's right.
How does that work?
How does that work, right? How does that work? Can someone explain? Right? Can someone explain? How does that work? Right? But that's, you know, that's faith.
How do you
Right.
faith?
Right? That's faith. Like, you just have to. You just gotta trust. Right? You just gotta trust. You just gotta hold on.
You gotta believe.
You just gotta believe. Right? And I think that's why saying like I put my trust on you is okay, but saying having my faith, like I
Yeah, yeah.
you know, my
I feel like
Really,
there's like a
different way.
yeah, there's a different way to it. Like
Yeah.
it's even heavier.
Yeah, that's why when you think about God, I trust you. Cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But God, I have faith in you.
Imagine
Like,
saying
when
that.
someone tells you that, I have faith in you. You can do it.
Yeah, like you
God, no.
you have no you have no choice to
Yeah.
just
You're like,
okay.
God no, right? God no. Are you really sure? Right? But that's faith, that's faith. That's everything we are to live up for when we see it. Hey God, I don't know if this is where you're really leading me. I'm not certain as well,
Mhm.
but I'm having faith on you. And I think that for the next generation, I think it's an amazing thing to take note of. I think it's something that we can get to inspire them. You get to empower them. You can get to because when you think about it, right, next generation is like crazy.
Next
Not
generation is gonna be
crazy.
advanced.
Yeah, like you see
So
how
advanced.
do you see how advanced they are in mostly all aspects?
Yeah, there's
Technologically, alright. They are gonna be much more advanced in most areas.
you know what's insane about the young ones these days?
Yeah. Well, we're
There's
still young.
Yeah, like the generation
The next one.
Yeah. There's they're so advanced, bro. Sometimes I don't know if they're being sarcastic.
Yes, that is also another thing. Like I do not.
I have like
Sometimes I struggle trying to like.
I don't know if they're being sarcastic. You know me, sarcasm
Sure,
is
yes.
like yeah
Is natural.
yes
Inbred.
yeah, but like it's so young. They're so
You
young.
see the younger one, they're like, you're not joking, right?
Yeah,
It's a real thing.
you
right?
can't tell.
Like, you can't even say, right? So,
Mm.
but again, as as believers, right, what we can do, right? If you're a lot older than the younger generations, if you're as young as we are, 'cause
Oh.
we're still young,
Oh.
right? It's a cool thing to do for the next generation. So, help them out. Right? But if you're young, right, and you don't know what to do, and God has called you, right, you can always reach out.
Yes, that's
You can
true.
always reach out through us, through, I was about to say through us, and they're like, no, to us through Discord,
Yeah.
or through Instagram, or through wherever,
Facebook.
whichever you choose.
Yeah, which
Whichever
platform?
way you choose,
Mhm.
right? So yeah, that is it for tonight. We hope that you have learned much.
All right.
We hope that you have learned and understood much.
Yes.
Alright, tonight. Alright. It's a chill night
Mhm.
tonight. We again, setup's different. Everything's different about tonight. There's no big table that is
Oof.
above. So
You can see our legs.
Yeah, you
now
can
you
see
get
our
now you guys
legs.
believe that we have legs.
Now we have legs. We're not
We have-
floating.
Yeah, we just don't float. All right.
Alright,
We have
yes,
legs.
okay.
Yes.
And we hope that it has been an amazing
Mhm.
night for you guys. We hope that you have learned much too. All right. So yeah, that is it for tonight. We hope that you guys have had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. And yes, we are going to we advise everyone to always stay tuned for things to come, because there's always gonna be something new. There's always gonna be something amazing,
Yes.
and you'll never know, right? You'll never know when the next we might do something fun next time.
You never
Right,
can
or we might do
tell.
something coolio next time, or we might do something.
Coolio.
You'll never know. Coolio.
Coolio.
Lloyd. Alright. So you'll never know. Right? You'll never know. Alright? So hey. Okay? This is Shift Happen where
Shift
We'll
happens.
see you guys on the next. We hope that you guys enjoyed tonight and you guys learned from tonight. Bye guys. Peace out.
Peace out.